Hello, my name is Connor and welcome to this Global Conflicts mission making tutorial. These tutorials are primarily aimed at those making missions for the Arma Reforger community Global Conflicts, which will hereafter be referred to as GC. If you are making missions for any other community, know that the primary mods that will be used in these tutorials are Reforger Lobby mod and TIL-W framework. Missions are uploaded to the Global Conflicts missions mod and procedures will vary from community to community. This tutorial series does not support any other communities, and you should always defer to your community procedures and standards. All links and references are found in the description of this video. In order to make missions, you will need an up-to-date copy of Arma Reforger Not Experimental, Arma Reforger Tools, the GC mod pack, a GitHub account, and Sourcetree, or any other Git repository management software. Ideally, you should also be a member of the GC Discord community. There you will find helpful advice and support in the mission making channel. The GC GitHub channel will also be the primary location for direct feedback in regards to your submitted missions. You can also find help and information via the GC GitHub wiki links, which can be found on the GC Reforger mission repository and in this video's description. Membership and Discord are beyond the scope of this tutorial series, but you will find help and advice on the GC website. Again, links in the description. To install Reforger tools, you will need to open Steam and search your library for Arma Reforger tools. If you cannot find tools, make sure the option is selected in the Steam library dropdown. If you already own Arma Reforger, then the tool should be already there as a download. Once the tools are downloaded, you will need to ensure that the GC mod pack is downloaded and up to date. The easiest way to do this is to load Arma Reforger and connect to Global Conflicts server. Once connected to the server without any errors, your mod pack will be downloaded and up to date. If you have any problems with downloading the mod pack, please refer to the Discord tech support channel for help. Open the Reforger tools by going to Steam and clicking Launch on the Arma Reforger tools page, the same way you run any other program or game on Steam. On first load, you will be presented with this window and an empty space in the middle. You will need to first tell Reforger tools where to look for the mods that are currently being used on the GC server. Without these, you will not be able to open the GC missions mod project later. Click the drop down that says Add Project. Select Scan for Projects. You will be presented with a file explorer. You will need to navigate to your Arma Reforger add-ons folder. The default location is Documents, My Games, Arma Reforger, Add-ons. You will know that you have found the correct folder if it looks like this, with many other mod folders in it. If this folder is empty, then you will need to refer back to downloading and updating your GC mod pack. Once navigated to, click Select Folder. The Arma Reforger Tools launch window should now be populated with lots of mod projects as seen here. With this done, Reforger Tools is now configured correctly, and you can close this window for the moment. In order to make missions for GC, and for them to be added to the GC server, you will need to make a fork of the GC Reforger missions repository. To do this, you will need a GitHub account. If you do not already have a GitHub account, you will need to navigate to github.com, click Sign Up, and fill in the form. Note, if your GitHub account name is not the same as your Steam or Discord name, you may need to let the GC admins know who is submitting the mission. Also, the account name will be visible on the GC Discord when you make a pull request, so please be aware of this if you are using your real name. With your Git account created, you can now create your own fork of the GC Reforgers missions repository. Navigate to github.com/globalconflictsarma/GC Reforger missions. Along the top, you should see a button, Fork. Click this. If you are not logged in, you will now be prompted to sign into your Git account. If not, you will be presented with this screen. Leave the settings as is and click Create Fork. You should now have a copy of GC Reforgers missions as one of your own repositories under your username on GitHub. Leave the webpage up, as we'll be needing the address to your new repository in the next steps. There are many ways to manage a Git repository. If you're already familiar with GitHub, and already have a system and know how to create branches and make pull requests, you can skip this section. I will be using Sourcetree as it is the one I'm familiar with. Download Sourcetree from sourcetreeapp.com and install. Click Skip. Uncheck Mercurial and click Next. Ensure this information is correct. If not, enter your GitHub username and the email that you used to create the account, and then click Next. You'll be asked if you have an SSH key. Click No. If the installation was successful, Sourcetree should now open with a page titled Local Repositories. Your screen should now look like this. Click on Clone and you will be presented with a number of text inputs. In the first one, you need to copy the address of your repo off your Git page and paste it into this box. Next, you will need to set a destination path. I keep mine in their own dedicated folder in Documents, but it can be any folder provided it is not a synced folder, such as the one controlled by OneDrive, of which Documents may be if OneDrive is enabled. Just ensure the folder you're selecting is empty and you can easily navigate to it. Once done, click Clone. With the repository created and downloaded, we can finally add it as a project to the Armor Reforger tools. Relaunch the tools from Steam. Once again, you should be presented with a launcher populated with the GC modpack mods. Click on Add Project and select Add Existing Project. Navigate to the folder where you set the repository to be downloaded to. Provided the repository downloaded correctly in the folder, there should be a file named addon.gproj. Double click on this and the project will now be added to your Reforger tools called Global Conflicts Missions. If you scroll through the added projects, we should have Global Conflicts Missions that you just added and a locked one that's further down in the list. This is the project folder that is part of the GC modpack, whereas the unlocked one is your own version that you intend to edit. Finally, we confirm everything is working by opening the unlocked Global Conflicts Missions project and checking that it loads without any error messages. And we're done. This video has shown the basic steps required to set up your environment in order to create missions for global conflicts. As always, links can be found in the description, and if you require any help or run into any problems, please ask on the GC Discord server. Next video will be how to navigate and use the Reforger tools. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to know more about the Global Conflicts community, please follow the links to the official Global Conflicts webpage for more information. Until next time.